Okay, so good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sergio. We're going to start our English session today. Today we're going to do just some exercises, okay, according to our final exam. Today we're going to see parts number 3 and number 4 for our final exam. And also, that is going to be like the first part of the class. And the second part of the class is going to focus on the topic of the week. The topic of this week is about relative pronouns, okay? So that's the idea for today's class. So hopefully you are going to do very well in the class. Just please remember that we're just doing some exercises for our final exam. It's really important to just attend to class because this is the only way that you have to practice, or you just can practice, okay? Some exercises according to our final exam. So before we start, I don't know, Sergio, do you have any questions according to the platform, according to the activities, or something that you have done so far in the platform? Do you have any questions according to
teacher.
No questions?
No,
okay.
I don't have questions.
Good. So I'm going to start. Let me just start sharing my screen. And we just start our English session for today's class. Just give me a second. Okay. Can you see my screen now, Sergio?
Yes, teacher.
Good. Okay, so like I said today, okay, so we're going to start our session. This is English level 3. The topic for today, we're going to do some practical, okay, exercises about our final exam. Remember last class, we have seen so far parts number 1 and number 2. And today the practice is going to be about parts number 3 and number 4, okay? And the second part of the class, we're going to just talk about the relative clauses. That is the topic, the grammar topic for today. For this week's topic according to the platform, okay? Remember, we're in week number 13, and you are working in unit 3.3, okay, in the platform. So Sergio, we're going to start. This is just remind you, okay, our final exam. Remind that the requirements for the final exam. The requirements is that you must have completed units 3.1 to 3.5 with a plus 80% grade. Remember, our date for the final exam is going to be December 11, 2021. The time for the exam is going to be from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. The length of the exam is going to be 70 minutes. The number of questions is going to be 55 questions. The number of attempts, only one attempt. And the type of questions is going to be a multiple choice question, final exam. Okay, questions according to this, Sergio? Any questions?
No, teacher.
Okay, so remember that the structure, there are going to be 55 questions, and they are going to be divided in 7 parts. The parts are going to be vocabulary in contest, grammar in contest, and reading comprehension. Okay, remember this is the final exam structure. Okay, here is the percentages that is going to be valued in your exam. Here are going to be the number of the questions. Okay, so for example, today in part number 3 and number 4, we're going to have 6 questions. Okay, for part number 3. In the final exam, we're going to be there are going to be 10 questions for part number 4. Okay, so like I said before, we're going to start with part number 3, and part number 4, we're going to do some exercises. Okay. So remember, part number 3 is about conversations, okay? For example, this is just an example about the conversation in part number 3. So you're going to choose the correct answer to complete the conversation. For example, so Sergio, for you, what time does the train arrive at the station? A, B, or C? What do you think, Sergio? Okay, so the woman said, what time does the train arrive at the station? What is the best option for the answer? In 2 hours, B, the second one, or C, right there. What do you think?
In 2 hours.
In 2 hours, okay, that will be the answer that is here highlighted. Okay, so remember it's about conversations, the part number 3. Okay, Sergio, here is going to be just practical about the exam, okay? So the idea, you are going to read the questions and what is the best option for the answer, okay? This part is really, really easy. So you go ahead, you start reading and just choose the best answer.
Okay. Do you prefer cats or dogs?
What do you think?
Both are nice.
That will be A. Both are nice. Very good. Okay, number 7, Sergio.
I will read the answer that I think
Yes,
it is.
I'm going to, let's try to do very dynamic, and for the people that later are going to watch this video, if they are going to watch this video. So you're going to read like the sentence, I'm going to read the answers, and you're going to choose the best answer. Sounds good?
Okay.
Good. Okay, go ahead, number 7.
I forgot to turn the lights off.
Okay, so we chose A, how about this? B, are you sure? C, do it this way. What do you think, Sergio?
B, are you sure?
Great, great, excellent. Okay, number 8. Okay.
I am afraid my sister is sick.
Okay,
My sister is sick.
we have A, oh, I'm sorry. B, too late. C, can I go now? What do you think?
A, oh, I'm sorry.
Good. Okay, number 9, Sergio.
Let's go to the park next weekend.
Okay, so we have A, as soon as possible. B, hope it is. C, great idea.
C, great idea.
Good. Okay, and number 10.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Okay, so we have A, be careful. B, of course. C, just one.
B, of course.
Okay, so Sergio, this is going to be, okay, something like this. Okay, you're going to find a question, a sentence, okay, and you're going to just have to complete the conversation in the correct way. Okay, questions according to this? Sergio?
No, teacher, I have a question about another topic.
Okay. But can you do it right now, or do you prefer it at the end of the class?
I want to do it right now.
Okay, go ahead.
So I want to know if this information about the structure of the test is in the platform.
No, in the platform, no, it's just in the classes. Okay, that's why we just record the classes. Okay, and I don't know, 2 weeks ago, I explained the whole parts of the class of the test. Okay, 2 weeks ago, for week, I would say week 11, I would say, yes. So we were in just 2 weeks ago. I explained the whole part of the test. Okay, from part number 1 to part number 7, and we're just doing some practical exams. Okay, according to practical exercises, according to each part of the exam, okay? But if you want to know the structure of the exam, you just Google it, and you just can Google like a Saber Pro Inglés, like this, okay? And there are going to be multiple websites according to the structure of the exam, if you want to practice.
Is the same instructor in Saber Pro?
Yes, it is the same structure in Saber Pro. For the English part, it's going to be the same. So that's why we just, the university just take into account the Saber Pro, and that's why we are just training you for the Saber Pro final exam, and also for the Saber, the Saber Pro is going to have the same structure for the English final exam. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher. I already did that test.
Ah, okay. And how was it?
The Saber Pro. Good. I did it last year.
Oh, last year. I thought that you did it this year.
It was good. No, last year.
And how did you do it?
Was
it good?
92%.
Wow, that's a high score. Congratulations. It's very good.
Thank you, teacher.
Yes, 92%. Wow, it's a really, really high score. I mean, 92 in the whole exam. Yes, Sergio, the whole exam?
No, in English.
I thought that was the whole exam. Yes, but 92 is really good score. Yes, congratulations. Yes, it is a good one.
The whole exam I don't remember, but it was not so high.
Okay, okay. Yes, I thought I was about the whole exam, like I know the subjects and everything.
But was good. Was good. I'm still waiting for my recognition or something like this from the
But
university.
do they do it? Did they do anything or not?
They didn't send me at least a message or something like this. No.
No? Oh my God,
No.
yes. Okay, no, I didn't know that. I just saying congratulations because I think 92% is a really, really good score. And like I mean, nowadays at the universities and the media at the universities is not that high. So it is, I think it's a
It
good
was not so high,
result.
but I think was good.
Yes, but it's really good. I mean, for me, it's high because it is the highest is 100%, and normally people just got 50, 60, 40. Why? Because we have a lot of I don't know, I would say issues with the yes, issues in the whole country in Colombia. I'm just talking about Colombia, just
Yes, yes, I know,
about
but
English.
I mean, my 92% was just in English.
Yes, but I mean, in English was good. I mean,
Oh,
for
yes,
this
English
one,
was good.
yes, it is good. Yes, but like in the whole exam, how was your percentage?
I don't remember, but I think around 70. I don't remember right now.
Okay, you don't
I have to
remember.
check.
Okay, yes, and Sergio, you didn't validate that part with with the academic part, or do you want to just take English just for fun, like at this subject?
Sorry, I don't understand what.
I just see I mean, if you present the exam last year, did you validate that exam? You got a really high score, in the, I don't know, in the academic English department to say, okay, look at my score. It was really high, so I don't need that English classes, or you just taking the English classes because you just like it to just maybe learn new things, or maybe practicing, or why are you taking English?
I I also I also took the test. The
Hmm?
how can
Diagnosis
the
test.
test for level? Yes, for the diagnosis, but they just told me that I have to have to see English level 2 and 3.
Okay, okay. But do you do the test, the other test? But you didn't show at the Saber Pro exam or something to
No,
the. Okay,
no,
because
no, I
I
didn't
guess.
because
Mhm.
the results of the test uh, uh, that results just was were shown
Mhm.
in March.
Okay. March this year, yes.
So I took the test in January, I think. I don't remember.
Okay. That's why. That's why. Okay. Yes. So maybe the result they didn't come on time, and you have to present diagnosis test, and then you are here. Okay, got it. Yes, I thought because if you just presented
Yes.
that exam last year, if you took it, I mean, if you took it last year, I said, okay, and you got a really high score for you just taking English. I thought that it was just for fun because you want to practice, and that's it. Yeah. So I thought
Not
that.
exactly,
But well, you are
but I
here.
have no regrets.
Yes, no regrets because
Yes.
we're almost done. So we have in 2 weeks, it's going to be over. So
Yes,
anyway, this practice helps.
so I have learned I've learned many things about
Okay,
structure, uh, about grammar, because
okay.
I'm not really good at grammar.
A grammar. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's the good part. Okay, you are just learning something, so that's good. Okay, Sergio. Do you have another
Okay.
question?
No, no teacher.
Okay,
Thank you.
so let's continue. Yes, sounds good. So we're going to do
Yes,
more
thank you.
exercises according to part of our final exam. We're going to have six more conversations, and then we just move on to part number 4. Just remember, choose the correct answers to complete the conversations, okay? So Sergio, you're going to be always the speaker number 1. I'm going to be a speaker number 2, and you're going to choose the best answer, okay? So let's start. Number 1.
Wait, one second.
It's okay. Take your time. Okay.
Okay. I'm number 1, right?
Yes, number 1. Correct.
Okay. Do you know where Lucy is?
Okay, so speaker number 2. A, look over there. B, well, she's kind of friendly. C, that's a really good answer. What do you think, Sergio?
Look over there.
Good.
Letter A.
A, perfect. Very good. Excellent. Okay, number 2. Speaker number 1, go ahead.
Gazpacho? What is gazpacho?
Okay, speaker number 2. A, thank you. Maybe later. B, sure. I'd love to. C, kind of like soup. What do you think?
Kind of like soup.
Okay, that will be. I'm sorry, didn't hear you properly. Sergio? Are you there, Sergio? I couldn't hear you.
Yes, I'm speaking now. Can you hear me?
No, now I can hear you. Okay, so what was the answer, Sergio? In number 2?
Sí.
C.
Kind of like soap.
Very good. Okay, number 3, Sergio. Very good. Speaker number 1.
Your managing director resigned yesterday?
Yes, okay. So
this is a question. Is a question or just
it is
an
not a
affirmation?
question. Yes, it is just, we have an admiration, just this. No, it is not a question, okay? So remember, with this conversation, you are going to find questions, sentences, or for example, just sentences, okay? And you have to just complete it. Do you want to read it again?
Your managing director resigned yesterday.
Resigned. Okay, yesterday. Very good. So it says A, yes, it was quite a surprise. B, let's meet with them after work. C, I don't understand it at all. What do you think?
A, yes, is what quite a surprise.
Very good. Okay, let's continue with part number 4. Okay, Sergio, 4. Same exercise. Speaker number 1.
Which one?
Number 4, yes, speaker number 1.
Mary, I hear that you finally decided to buy that house you were looking at.
Okay, so we have a speaker number 2. A, make sure you'll be on time. B, yes, I did. I hope it's the right decision. Or C, yes, it was very difficult. What do you think? A, B, or C?
B, yes, I did. I hope it's the right decision.
Excellent, very good. Okay, so we have number 5, speaker number 1. Would you like to drink? Hey, I'm sorry, you said you. I'm sorry. Number 5, go ahead.
Would you like to drink your tea?
Okay, so we have speaker number 2. A, go ahead, you can do it. B, whichever is fine for me. Or C, I see, was it good?
B, whichever is fine for me.
Excellent, okay. And number 6, Sergio, speaker number 1.
Do you like Australia?
So speaker number 2. A, that's a wrong answer. Try again. B, yes, it takes me 8 hours to get there. Or C, sure, I think it's one of the most beautiful places in the world.
It's C. Sure, I think it's one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Excellent. Okay, Sergio. So just remember, for number 3 in your final exam is going to be about conversations, when you have to just choose the best part of the conversation. There are going to be 2 speakers, okay? A or B, or speaker 1 and speaker 2, and you are going to just choose the best option for just completing the conversation, okay? The conversation. Do you have questions according to this part 3 of the exam?
Not
Okay, Sergio. So we're going to continue with part number 4. Remember the part of number 4 in our English test, in our English exam, is going to be just about grammatical aspects, okay? It's about grammar, okay? So where are you going to find? You're going to find like a paragraph or like a test, and you have to fill in the gaps, okay, with the correct grammar, okay, grammar verb, grammar aspect, okay, it can be prepositions, it can be verbs, it can be, okay, whatever, okay, it's going to be just grammatical aspects, okay, in this part. So you are going to fill in the gaps, okay, with the correct option, okay. So this is going to be part number 4, is going to be about grammar, okay. So there is a tip, okay, always read the title, okay. For example, here it says Greek and Roman cultures. What do you think, Sergio, is going to be this test? Is going to be just written in present, in past, or in future, according to just the title?
Maybe the most of it would be writing in past sentence.
Yes, it is in past. So this is a tip. Always read the title, okay? And you are going to just think about it. Okay, it's going to be in past, in present, in future. For example, if I'm talking about, I don't know, it is a title that is, I don't know, Life in Mars. What do you think? That test. It is the title Life in Mars.
Could be about future.
Future, right? And for example, I don't know, a title about Alexander Graham Bell. What do you think? It's a biography.
Also about the
So,
past, and maybe speaking in passive voice.
in passive voice is correct, okay? So probably it's going to be in past, passive voice, okay? So remember the part number 4 is our exam. It's going to be just all the grammar structures that you have seen so far, okay? So it can be passive voice, it can be reported speech, it can be present perfect, okay? So all the parts that we have seen so far about grammar is going to be in your exam, okay? So just keep practicing according to these grammatical aspects. So Sergio, how are we going to do this exercise? So because it's so hard for me to just move from here to the answers, I don't know, can you just take a screenshot or a picture with your cell phone or something for the answers, and then we just move on to the test? Just take a screenshot or a picture of the answers, this part of the answer sheet, and then we just start doing the exercise. Is it clear?
Okay. 1 second.
Okay, thank you. Yes, because I have to move on, and it's going to be like annoying to do it.
Okay. No.
Good. Okay. So, Sergio, the idea is we are going to read it, okay? So number 0 is going to be the example, and you're going to choose what is the best options, okay, according to the grammar part, okay? So let's start. You just read, and you are going to choose the best answer, and we're going to discuss which one is the best answer. So let's start. Go ahead.
The Greek culture, together with the Roman one. Okay.
So if you want, just read from the start to the point, okay? So always read the whole sentence, and then you just decided which is the best option, okay?
Okay.
So from the beginning to the period, when it is the period, yes, the period, you are going to just read the whole sentence, and then we just decided
with the Roman has fascinated humans for centuries. The answer is A, have, right?
Ha, correct. Okay, that was the example, yes? Okay, now we just continue. Good. Sergio? Do you prefer, I don't know, can you hear me now? Yes? I don't know, do you prefer to just do it by yourself at home really fast, like in 2-3 minutes, and then we just start sharing our answers? Or do you prefer to read it and we just start doing one by one? What do you prefer? Sergio?
It's good like this.
Okay, so go ahead.
I don't want to write anything.
Okay, good.
Okay, humans for century. Sadly, many people today know the difference between Greeks and Romans
Mhm,
and Romans.
good.
Uh, number 11, right?
Yes, 11.
Okay. Many people today doesn't.
Okay, good.
Is letter A.
Doesn't
A
have
doesn't know the difference between Greek and Roman.
good. Okay, let's continue.
Some people think Romans are an extension of Greeks. Others assume that the two are the two are similar. In fact, the two are very different one another and show opposite life values. Uh, letter C, from.
Okay, from one another. Good. Okay, so we just say
Very
opposite. No, no opposite. Opposite, Sergio. Okay, opposite. Good.
opposite? Okay, pensé
Opposite.
que era opposite.
Yes,
Okay.
no, opposite. Very
Opposite
so
life
side
values.
is when it is just separate the word, but it is together opposite. Okay,
Okay.
continue.
Uh, Greeks and Romans were great architects.
Good.
So it's B. Both Greeks and Romans were great architects.
Excellent.
Greeks used to more about shape than function.
Mhm.
Mm, so uh, Greeks used to worry more about shape than function.
Okay, Sergio. So you say B, yes?
B. B. Yes.
You say B, Sergio? So remember,
B.
after a two, if we have a two, it means that they will have to be in infinitive. It can be just conjugate or something. No, it has to be in infinitive. So the best answer here is A, worries, okay, in the normal form of the verb, because it is after a two, okay, always. If you see the first verb, we have the conjugation of used to, worry. It can be worries, okay? So with this
Verb to drink, to whatever.
to drink, to go, to live, to live, etc. Okay, so just to the very infinitive form, just in the normal form of the verb. Okay,
Okay.
continue, please.
Next one. They, the most important thing was making beautiful buildings. They believed the most important thing was A, letter A.
That will be eight in past. Very good. Okay, we're talking about in past. Good. Okay, next one.
Uh, buildings. Okay. Romans were perfect engineers.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, C, indeed, Romans were perfect engineers.
Okay, so we just say here, okay, they believe the most important thing was making beautiful buildings. Yes. Okay, indeed. Okay, Romans, you said, okay, were perfect engineers. Okay, but we're talking about Greeks. Okay, so it can be indeed, and then we just say Romans. Yes, we just say Greece used to worry more about shape and function. They believed the most important thing was making beautiful buildings, but I'm going to contract that idea. So it can be indeed, no indeed. What is the option? No indeed.
However,
Yes, however, because we are going to contrast the first idea, they're talking about Greeks, and we're going to contrast the
Or
opposite,
Roman.
the Romans.
Egypt.
Is it clear the reason?
Yes, but I'm just confused about what is indeed.
Okay, indeed. I don't know. For example, I don't know. Sergio is really good in, I don't know, in his taekwondo classes. Indeed, he's a master in his field. Indeed, he is a master in his field. No? Let me
Okay.
see another synonym of indeed. I don't want to just get the word in Spanish. So I'm going to just, I'm thinking about a synonym. It's just to just reinforce, okay? When we just say it, we just
De hecho.
reinforce the idea. Yes, yes. I don't want to say it in Spanish. Yes, it is like a quiet, so it's, yes, like a just reinforce the idea. And
Okay.
here we are just contrasting the ideas, okay? Just contrasting. So that's why number 16 is, however, Romans were perfect engineers. Good?
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
let's continue.
And for uh, for them, street planning has had the greatest importance. C, letter C.
For them, very good, okay? Because we're talking about they. Let's continue.
For them. Greeks admired poets and philosophers. Romans admired their soldiers who were extremely brave and successful.
Okay.
So letter A, but.
The same one, right?
But
Contrast. Contrast ideas. We have talking about Greeks and Romans, no? But. Excellent.
okay.
Sergio,
Yes.
questions?
No,
Questions
teacher.
according to this part 4? Okay, ready for another practice? Okay, we're going to do one more exercise because I have like two more, but we're going to do one more exercise and then we'll just continue with the grammar part of the week, okay? That is about relative pronouns. Okay, let's do this one, okay, Sergio? So we're going to do this one. It is also, but here is easier because I just put six sentences here. Okay, remember the exam, the final exam is going to have 10 questions. Okay, but I just do it like it is just going to be easier for me and for you to just read it. Okay, so here we're going to just also complete the following short passage. Okay, and the passage is about where were logo bricks invented. Okay, and you're going to choose, of course, what is the best answer. It will be A, B, C, or D. Okay, there will be 4 options. Okay, so it have the same thing. It's going to be about, we're going to have verbs, we're going to have also prepositions, we're going to have post prepositions, some to, either, etc., etc. So let's start. Sergio, I just want to give you 2 minutes. You're going to read the whole test. Just try to do the skimming part. Okay, this is another part of our final exam that is really important. When we have readings, it is important to do a skimming part. It's okay. What is skimming, Sergio?
Yes, teacher.
Is it clear what is skimming or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
So
teacher. Yes.
skimming, okay, the people maybe that are going to watch this video later, skimming is when you just read really fast, okay? You just got an idea about the reading. And scanning, that is another reading strategy, is you just focus on the parts that are just asking you in the reading, okay? So Sergio, I'm going to give you, let's see, 2 minutes to just read the whole test, and you're going to tell me what is the test about, and then we're going to do the exercises, the grammar aspects, okay?
Okay.
Sergio?
Okay,
I'm sorry,
teacher.
before we start, nobody arrived to class? Just you, right?
Let me see.
Because I can see it because I just share my screen.
No, only you and me.
Okay, good. Okay, so Sergio, let's continue. So 2 minutes, just read the whole test. Just let me know what it's about. Just continue.
Okay. Where-
Finish?
Okay. Done.
Okay, so what is the reading about, Sergio? What was about?
About Lego company.
It was about legal company. Okay, what do they say about legal? Like the main idea according to this short passage.
Well, how the first idea that Ole uh, Ole had
Mm-hmm.
uh, just
How did it start it?
just because he wanted to do toys and just toys and good quality uh, toys for people.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and he chose two words for the logo.
Yes. Okay. And what was the
One
material? The first material that the Lego was created.
was first was wood.
Mm-hmm.
Wood ironing boards and okay. But then after the second war, after World War II, just changed. They changed and producing. ¿Cómo se dice produciendo? No sé.
Yes, just producing. Producing.
Toys.
The other choice.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and after that, the name of company changed to Lego, and they built or they made Lego bricks, and that was like revolutionary because
Yes.
was used
Uh-huh.
many things.
Yes, all over the world. Yes, like the mother rings just bring like all over the world. Good. Okay, and they just yes, they just make all the bricks like a security with the studs and the yes and the tubes inside. Okay, Sergio. So the idea is you're going to read it just for practicing pronunciation, and we're going to choose the best, okay, the best grammar answers. Okay, to just complete the sentences or the paragraph. Okay. So let's start reading, and we just start doing the exercise. Go ahead, Sergio.
Okay, where were logo bricks invented? In 1932, a carpenter named Ole Christensen started a company in Billund, Denmark. That uh, Tengo que leer primero that wood, splendors,
Yes,
ironing board,
that's the best. Like
toys.
I mean, that's the best tip. You know, when you are doing an exam like this, it is good to just read the whole sentence and then just start choosing what is the best. Okay, so you just don't like I don't know, just answer incorrectly or just incorrect answers because if
Yes.
you stop, you just didn't read the next part. Maybe it is I don't know, adverbial or something like a time expression. Yeah, but you are just missing. So that's why it is very good to read from period to period.
Okay.
Mhm.
That made wood, stiplators, ironing boards, and toys.
Good.
So it's letter D, made.
Nate. Excellent. Continue.
He named the company Lego award by combining the first two letters of leg and gold. Um, so let me see. He named the company Lego award formed A,
Good. That will be A.
formed by the
Mhm.
first two letters and gold. The Danish word play well. Um, this is C. The Danish word to play well.
Okay. What is two? Okay. Remember two. The Danish word.
Ah, no,
Okay.
so four, four.
Yes, because
In
it forms.
four,
Okay. The Danish word for play well. Yes, that's the Danish word. For that will be B.
four.
Good.
The Danish word for soon, Christensen was making only high-quality toys out of wood. After World War II, Lego started producing plastic toys. In 1949, the company launched automatic binding bricks,
Mhm.
its first interlocking construction blocks. In the 1950s, no sé si se dice así, ¿sí?
Yes,
1950s.
1950s. Excellent. Perfect. Mhm.
The 1950s, the name was changed to Lego Bricks, and the company came out with the Lego system of play, which include 28 sets and 8 vehicles.
Okay.
Vehicles?
Vehicles, okay, and which included,
Vehicles.
okay. Remember, if the verb finish like with D, okay, included, okay, the pronouns, okay, included 28 sets and 8 vehicles.
28 sets, 8 vehicles.
Good.
It began selling the toys. So let me see. It also began selling the toys. No,
Good.
no, sorry. Says also.
Also, yes,
It
perfect.
also be,
Also,
it also began selling the toys uh, of Denmark for the first time. Outside of Denmark for the first time. So
outside will be A.
A,
Correct. Okay, outside of Denmark for the first time. Perfect.
first
Okay.
time. In 1958, Lego received a patent for the modern bricks so famous today. The new bricks not only had studs on top, but tubes inside that lock onto the studs of bricks and hold them securely together. So
Okay.
onto the studs of next bricks and hold them security together.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's choose all. Okay,
Hey,
of nest. No, of nest
no,
brick.
let me see. Of next. Why next is not the answer?
Okay, okay, remember, okay, we have the preposition next to bricks, okay, no next, no, it has to be with the preposition to, always, next to, it is not possible next, okay? Another is not possible, and we have other or
Ah,
all.
okay.
So which one is the best answer? Remember, it's
So onto the stats of another bricks and
okay.
hold them security together.
Okay, so we just say
B.
another. Another is because I have two options. Like for example, Sergio, and I don't know, Cesar. Another one enter to the class. I don't know. Okay, so you have two options. Another is not possible. But look at that others or others. What do you think? We're just talking
Uh,
about the cube. We're just talking about like
to
a
others.
other. Okay,
Others bricks.
other bricks.
Because there are many.
There are many, but because this is a noun, I just have to put C, other, no others, okay? Because I can't pluralize two nouns, okay? Others, bricks, no, okay? There will be others,
Other bricks.
bricks, okay? So there will be the S here, so I have C, other bricks, yes? Because I'm just talking apart another, just about other bricks, yes? Is it clear why? Unless it is not
Yes.
possible because it has to be with the preposition to, always.
Next
Okay,
something. Okay.
okay, good. All right, questions
But
according
I was confused about what is stats.
it starts,
That
it's like, I
lot
don't know, like
yes.
they put some, let me just see. I mean, do you know legals, yes? Do you know legals?
Yes.
Like, okay, they have the upper part of the legals, they have like the tube, that it will be inside the tube, and in the top that are going to be the stats. Yeah, in
Those
the
are the
upper part.
stats.
Those are the stuff like the ferns. Okay, inside are the tubes, and
Hmm?
in the yes, on the top there are
Yeah.
going to be the stats.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the stats. Okay,
Got
so your questions according to these parts 3 and 4 according to our final exam. Are they clear? Do you have any questions according to parts 3 and 4?
no teacher, no questions.
No questions?
I
Okay.
just have to be careful.
Yes, you have to just be careful, just read properly, just from period to period. Like some tips for this final exam is just read the title, always read the whole test, like a do an steaming, okay, exercise, and then you just read from period to period, and you just do the scanning part, and you just choose the best options according to the test. That's it, the reading part. That's like the strategies for this part, okay? I think number 1, number 2, number 3, they're really easy. But after number 4, 5, 6, and 7, they're going to be just reading. So they're going to be like I will say like the harder part of the exam. Okay, but it's not that really hard. You just to read carefully. Okay, where you do the options. Okay, that's the only
There-
thing.
No, is there listening part?
No, 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 no. It is not listening. It's just vocabulary. Okay, vocabulary, grammar, and vocabulary, and reading. Okay, they're going to be vocabulary in context, grammar in context, and reading comprehension. That's it. Okay, that's the structure of Saber Pro exam. Okay, vocabulary, grammar, and reading. So no listening, Sergio. No listening in this time for this exam. Okay.
It's a
Uh,
shame
I know
because
it's
listening
okay.
is
Yes,
very
listening
important.
is really good, but like it said before, I don't know if you just maybe write down or copy or whatever. Like I give you some web links when you just can practice like a listening part, or you are interested in like a practice like a different kind of exam. So this website is called Exam English, and you just according to your level, you just can start like a maybe with an IELTS, an academic or general IELTS. And here, for example, if we just choose, I don't know, general, okay. Here we have different exercises about grammar, vocabulary, okay. And like for example, the listening part, you're going to find, okay, they just explain you the structure of this exam. This is about listening, speaking, writing, and reading. And the good part here is like you just kind of start like practicing, okay? It's like for example, you just do listening. You just want to practice listening, so you just choose here in the my right side of the screen. So listening part number 1. You just play here.
Hello, this is Business Nationwide.
And you just kind of start doing like these practical exercises. Okay, Sergio? So you just,
Okay.
this website is really, really good because it's just not only for beginners or just basic level, but also for like a really high level, like a Cambridge, you can do IELTS, you can do TOEFL, Trinity, like a different English levels, and you just can just practice with this website. So I'm going to send you the website here by chat. So you just can just copy or just put it, whatever. It's epsonenglish.com. And you just start practicing, okay? This is a good practicing when you just can, like I said, you just can start practicing, like, for example, reading, as I will just see, okay? Reading, also writing, speaking. I mean, speaking is just with yourself because nobody's going to assess your speaking, but maybe you just can practice on exercises according to these international exams, okay?
Okay.
All right, so there, Sergio, so just practicing, okay, with this exam in English. This one is just about grammar. This is the same website that I gave it to you last class, okay, which has multiple choice questions. Okay, for example, here, where I just take this part of the exam. For example, this test is about elephants. And the good part here is to just choose the reading part, and you are going to choose the best option. Like, for example, I don't know, here it is incorrect, and they are going to tell me, okay, no, the best answer is future, and here they are going to be like a grammar explanation according to these exercises. So this is just for practicing. So you want to practice, okay? I have several websites where you just can practice, okay? Or like I said before, you just can go to Saber Pro in just Google. You just Google Saber Pro English, I'm sorry, or English, whatever. And there are going to be multiple universities, okay? A lot of universities. I just can copy and paste those websites here, okay? But there are a lot of universities that you just can do like some practical exercises, okay? A lot of universities that they do this Saber Pro, like some just mock tests. There are going to be mock tests just for practicing, okay? So I just send you some websites where you just can practice these kind of tests or these kind of readings. But the best website is the one that I showed you before, this one. It's an English, according to your level, no, Sergio? Because the other ones are for beginners, and this is according to your level. That is like I would say B1, B2, so it is a good level, and you just can start practicing like for the international exams. Okay.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Okay, Sergio, so now we're going to do the second part of the class, like I said before, and we're going to just talk about relative clauses, okay? So, Sergio, do you know what are the relative clauses? What does it mean? How are they? Where does it work? Do you see it in Unit 3.3 this week? So, do you know where are they?
Let me see. Okay, yes, I did it yesterday.
You did it yesterday. Good. Okay. What are they, or what do you understand? What are they, or what are they talk about?
So I didn't see the paper. I just
You just did
went,
exercises, yes?
I just went directly to the exercise,
To the
and
exercises.
I
Okay.
felt it not so hard.
Okay. Yes, it's okay. So just remember, just the relative clauses that are formed, okay, we just use it when they are related to words or phrases. For example, we have two sentences and we want to provide information about these two sentences. So I have two sentences and I just need a relative clause to join, okay, to come together those two sentences. And it helps to express like easily or to stop like doing like commas. For example, Peter is a student, comma, he is 29 years old, comma, he lives in Bogota. I don't know, yes? So to just avoid that, I just join the sentences, okay, with relative clauses, okay? So there are for joining two sentences, and they provide information about a noun or a name or whatever. For example, we have here an example, well, just several examples here. For example, Peter is the student. This is one sentence. Second sentence, he comes from Glasgow, correct? How I do it with the relative clause? Peter is the student who, that's my relative clause, comes from Glasgow. Yeah? So I join two sentences and I just put the relative clause in the middle of the two sentences. Is it good? Clear?
Yes, teacher.
I have another example. Look at this second example. For example, the books are on the table, plus they are mine. This is another sentence. What happened? The main I would say rule, it says, okay, you just put they and you just put which here because we're talking about things. But I cannot say the books are on the table, which are mine. It sounds weird, correct? It sounds awkward. Yeah? So that's
Yes.
why I have to see where can I just locate or place my relative clause. For example, here the best option is to say the books which are on the table are mine. Do you see how I replace this which here with the relative clause? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Good.
Yes.
Now we have sentences. Could you please help me to read these two last sentences?
I've just met Tom. Tom seems to be a nice guy.
Mhm.
Okay, the second choice is I've just met Tom, who seems to be a nice guy.
Okay, so just put it here and I join the two sentences. I replace Tom by who? That's it. And the last one,
Yes.
Sergio?
I'd love to visit London. It is a beautiful city. I love to visit London, which is a beautiful city.
Okay, so according to this, so just remember that our relative clause is the same like the questions that we had. So for example, who, we just use it for people, which, we just use it for things, ideas, or situations, and etc. Where, we just use it for places, when for time, whose as a possessive, okay? So there are the relative pronouns, okay? So we have who, whom, whose, which, that, okay? That, for example, here refers, it can be for people, for things, or for animals. Where refers to places, when refers to time, why refers to reason, and what refers to things. But normally when we have what, okay, we don't use what, we just use which, okay, just more formal way, okay.
Okay.
So we're going to practice this a little bit, okay, we're going to practice. And we're going to watch a video, okay? So this is a video for practicing these relative clauses, if we just got it. Okay, so it's going to be according to the grammar game show. I'm going to pause the video, Sergio, and you're going to answer the questions that he's asking, okay? And just to check if you understand properly these relative clauses. Okay, so let's listen up. Can you hear? Yes. You have,
Teacher, can you give me 1 minute, please?
yes, go ahead. Don't worry. Yes.
Okay, teacher, ready.
Ready? Okay, so can you hear? Yes, the video. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Hello and welcome to today's grammar game show. I'm your host, Will, but I'm no measure of intention. And of course, let's not forget Leslie, our all-knowing voice in the sky.
Hello, everyone.
Tonight we're going to be asking you 3 questions about...
Relative clauses. That useful grammar that allows you to modify a noun.
Okay, now let's meet our contestants.
Hello all, my name's Levington.
And contestant number 2?
Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Kate.
Great, nice to see you again, Levington. Let's get going, and don't forget, you can play along at home too. Our first round is a quick-fire round. Look at this picture and complete the sentence with the correct relative pronoun. Here we go. This is a guy...
Okay, so Sergio, number 1, go ahead.
This is a guy who spoke to me on the bus.
Okay, let's check.
Spoke to me on the bus.
Who? This is the guy who spoke to me on the bus.
Correct.
These are the trees I planted last year.
Okay, Sergio.
So could be maybe 2 options. I mean, maybe these are the trees that I planted last year, or these are the trees which I planted last year.
Yes, okay, yes, let's check.
Which? These are the trees which I planted last year.
Okay, so it can be which, but like we just said before, okay? Here is which because we're talking about things, but that it can be also, okay? So no problem. That is correct too.
Okay.
Correct.
That is the lady I saw eating lunch.
Okay, what about this one?
That's the lady. That's the lady who I saw eating lunch.
Okay, let's check.
Who again? That is the lady who I saw eating lunch.
Correct.
Here is the building is in the middle of town.
Here's a building which is in the middle of town.
Good.
Which? Here is the building which is in the middle of town.
Correct.
Well done, both of you. And for a bonus point, tell me in which of these sentences can the relative pronoun who or which be replaced with that?
All of them.
Correct.
So do you understand that part? Okay, all of them, all of the sentences can be replaced, okay, with who or which, okay? Like I would just say, it can be for people or for things, okay? Like I just said in that sentence, it can be replaced. It is okay, okay? They are correct. Yes?
Yes, teacher. In every single
Yes,
sentence.
in those, yes, in every single sentence. So, and we're going to see the explanation. So let's see the explanation.
Leslie!
Good job. Defining relative clauses such as these specify which noun we are talking about. They use the relative pronouns who and which. Who is for people and which is for things. However, in this type of relative clause, both who and which can always be replaced by that.
Okay, so like I would just say who for people, which for things, and that it can be replaced for whatever, okay, for people or things, okay? However, okay, remember who and which, they are more formal, okay? If I use that, it's not that formal, it's more informal way to say it, the relative pronouns, okay? So if you are in I don't know, in an academic speech or something, you should use who or which instead of that, okay?
Okay.
Just remember, it's a bit less formal.
Okay, he said it.
Levington, 4 points for you, and Kate. It's ladies' night at my favorite club, so 8 points for you.
Why is that important?
Oh, Levington. I see chivalry truly is dead. I suppose you don't give up your seat to a lady on the bus either. -2 points for you. No, no. Question 2. In addition to who, that, and which, the relative pronoun whose can also be used. But why is whose different to who, which, and that?
Okay, what about that question? Why is who's different from who, which, and that? If I
I
use
don't know exactly how to explain it. But
no,
who,
uh-huh.
you use whose when you are talking about another person that is involved in the action.
Another
Like,
person that is involved in the action? No, exactly.
like
So,
whose,
okay, so
uh,
whose, we just say about whose because we're talking about possessive. It's about possession, okay? And it always is going to be
like
followed by a noun.
whose,
For
whose
example,
wife is sick.
okay, yes,
I
yes,
saw I saw Peter yesterday whose wife is sick or something like
yes,
this.
yes. I mean, I will say who in that case because when we just talk about whose, yes, it's more about possession, like a car, like an object, yeah, like a
Okay, okay.
like a possessivity. But for example, in that example, it's okay, whose wife? I mean, it's his possession, I guess. Okay, it is not. It doesn't sound really like awkward. No, it doesn't sound really awkward. But whose normally is just for possessions. Okay, for possessive things. Okay, so let's continue.
Look at this sentence and tell me. I have a friend whose car is a Ferrari.
So, for example, here I have a friend whose car is a Ferrari. Okay.
Whose is
Yes.
different because it describes a possession. Unlike who, which, and that, it cannot be used without being followed by a noun.
Leslie?
Right again, Levington. Whose is a determiner, like my or your. Despite being a relative pronoun, it must be followed by a noun.
Okay, so this is really important. Okay, we just use whose for possessions, always for possession, and whose must be followed by a noun, always. Okay, the house whose door, for example, is red. Okay, I cannot say the house whose is whatever.
Whose is,
No.
for example.
Exactly. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Good.
We cannot say, I have a friend whose is a Ferrari. It must be, whose car is a Ferrari.
Well done, Levington. However, this is a negative points round. -6 points to you.
Oh, I would graciously like to give my points for this round to Kate.
Oh, that's very gentlemanly of you. And because it's ladies' night, all her points are increased. So, Kate, Levington gives you 100 points. Oh.
But
It's time for our last question. Look at these 4 sentences and tell me in which 2 the relative pronoun can be left out.
I've never seen a man who can dance like him. He met a friend who he invited to lunch. Libraries are buildings that lend you books. It's definitely a job which I wouldn't want to do.
Okay, so is it clear? So in which 4 sentences can I left the relative clause?
Can I what?
Okay, then we have 4 sentences, yes, here. So in which one of the 4 of them can I left? Okay, don't use, okay, the relative clause.
Puedo dejarlo. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me see.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, let's get a friend. I think it's B.
Mhm.
Who he invited to lunch.
Okay,
I,
so I just can, I don't need, for example, in that sentence, I don't need the relative clause.
oh,
Do you find another one or just B?
um, there is more than one.
Okay, let's check. Let's check.
I, maybe different.
Yeah,
He met a friend he invited to lunch. And D, it's definitely a job I wouldn't want to do.
that would be B and D. Yes, okay, I can say it's definitely a job I wouldn't want to do. Okay, and I just drop out or just erase the left the.
Leslie!
You're dead right, Kate. When the relative pronoun represents the object of the relative clause, such as in sentences B and D, it can be left out. However, if it represents the subject of the relative clause, such as in A and C, it cannot be left out.
Well,
Okay, like for example here, like all those sentences. For example, I never see a man. For example, can dance like him. I have to use it. It's mandatory.
I,
Or
yes.
libraries are buildings. Lend you books? No, that lend you books. Okay, Sergio, is it clear the relative clauses? Like with this example, was it clear?
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Okay, and we're going to do last exercise. Okay, I'm going to send you this video. It's really good, like a really good presentation. Okay, I'm not going to show you, but it's a really, really good presentation of the relative clause. If you want to just watch maybe later, or I don't know. If you want to do it, okay. Yep,
I didn't like it, really.
you didn't like it. Okay, no, there is another video. No, not the same one that is
Okay,
that,
okay.
that we just. No, it is a different one. And it is like the explanation, the really, really good explanation of relative clauses. Okay, but I'm not going to show you. Okay, and our last exercise, just using the relative clauses, we're going to do the speaking part. Okay, a lot of just the speaking part using the relative clauses. Okay, just give me a second. Oh my God, here. Oh my God, I couldn't. This one.
I was wondering about a music video.
About the
It's
in the grammar show.
yes, similar to this video from
Okay.
a thrash metal band
Oh,
called
really?
Municipal Waste.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
And
Where
the
are they
song
from?
is the wrong answer. They are from the United States.
Oh, okay, they're Americans. Okay, good. And they just what kind of music do they play?
Thrash metal.
Ah, thrash metal. Okay. And what is the name again? The name of the band?
Municipal Waste.
Okay, no, I haven't heard them. Municipal.
Yes,
Okay, are they good? Do you like them?
yes, I like it.
Okay, good. Okay, Sergio, so it's going to be our last exercise. It's going to be speaking, okay? So I'm going to use some cards, and you're going to just talk about the topic, okay? Using relative clauses, of course, okay? So
Okay.
let's see. So let's start.
I usually visit places
Mhm.
which are very beautiful.
Okay, good. Okay, which next
I
one?
believe we'll never understand the reason. I-
Okay, remember? Remember, okay, when we're just talking about reasons, okay, what will be the relative clause?
the reason why.
Why? Yes. Why are you laughing? Sergio.
Oh, I was just confused. Okay.
Okay, yes, okay.
I believe we'll never understand the reason why people behavior is so mad sometimes.
Is so
So
mad?
mad.
Okay. Yes, okay. So mad sometimes, yes. People are crazy. I don't know. They behave really weird, I would say. Okay, go ahead.
Um, I can't stand I can't stand people who throw ¿cómo se dice basura?
Trash or garbage, whatever. Trash, garbage.
I can't stand people who throw the garbage right away on the streets.
Oh, yes, I can't stand those people. Yes, that's true. That's why our city is so awful. Okay, next one.
Uh, I really enjoy films which are full of deep content.
Deep
¿Cómo se dice?
content. Okay. Yes, I mean, yes.
Content.
What do you
Okay.
say? What?
I really enjoy films
Mhm.
which has or which are
Okay, film,
uh,
plural, plural, plural. So which are or which have. Okay.
which okay which
Mhm.
have a deep content
Okay, what do you mean with deep content, Sergio?
about how can I say about the story
About the
about
story. Mhm. For example, give me an example.
so I mean I I like action movies for example,
Mhm.
but if the story is not really good, I I cannot say that I really like that movie just because the action part or the action scenes or the okay,
Mhm.
the facial effects or something like that. Just because of that, no, I
You don't.
cannot say I like that movie just because of that. I like a movie, but how can I say? For me, it's very important the story of the movie.
The story, okay, the story. Okay, so when you say deep content, I don't know if you want to express maybe meaningful, like a meaningful content, meaningful stories. Okay, meaningful. I will be saying it's better. Okay, deep because deep is like I don't know. It's too Spanish for me. It will be meaningful. Okay, meaningful stories, meaningful content. Yes, they're really like a remarkable. Yes, remarkable
Oh,
book. Yes, sounds good.
yes.
Good.
When I speak English, I used to make this kind of mistakes.
Yes, it's okay. Just preparing, just speaking. It's good. It's good to just I don't know, be um, I would say like be conscious. Be aware of. I'm sorry, be aware of these mistakes. Okay, and you just start just improvement those mistakes. Okay.
And also, I think because I need to express my idea,
Yes.
and maybe would seem a little weird, but people can
And
understand me.
yes, that's the most important. And like for example, for English and for communicating, the most important is communication, that you just deliver your message. That's it. Okay? It doesn't matter if you use a different word or something, but you deliver your message properly. Okay? So it's okay, all right? So if you want, like I said, okay, maybe sounds okay, I understand this concept, but if you want to sound like, okay, maybe use a different word, okay, meaningful or remarkable, I don't know, just to use different words, okay? But it's good, like you deliver your message properly, and I would say that's the goal, okay, for communication. Good?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and the last one, Sergio, okay, the last one.
Okay. Um, I have never met someone who loved taekwondo than me. I don't know. Who loved taekwondo as me.
As you, wow. Never in your life?
No, I don't think so.
What
Maybe
about
close, really
you're the
close.
students, or I don't know, and maybe you're the students, say, I don't know, partners, no?
No, I don't think so. Not in the same way that I do.
Okay, because you love taekwondo, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One friend, a friend of mine, used to say that we don't just love taekwondo. We are um, se me olvidó incluso en español la palabra. Uh,
You are what?
obsessed,
Uh,
obsessed.
you are obsessed with
We are
doing this.
obsessed with
Wow.
taekwondo.
So you just like it too much, too much. Okay, but this is really, it's really good to be passionate about something. I think. I mean, for me, it's good like to be passionate about something. It's really important in life. I would say, okay, to be passionate, because I think not all the people are passionate about stuff, about things, about professions, about, I don't know, work, about everything. I don't know. So no, yes, I would say few people are just really in love with something that they really like to do. They just do it because they have to, or because, I don't know, because they study but they didn't like it. I don't know. So it is really good to be obsessed, like you said, or passionate about a stuff.
But sometimes I feel bad about it
Right.
because here, for example, here in Colombia, there are many people who are in a better condition, if I can say it like that, than
Mhm.
me, but they are not really passionate about
About
what they do.
yes, that's true. Yes, and that's life, because I would say like it is like a lot of, like, I don't know, a lot of stuff, a lot of different aspects about, I don't know, money, about, like, for example, political aspects, about, like, if you just I don't know, if you were born in a rich family, or maybe so they don't care, or whatever. So, but that's life, like we just said at the beginning of the class. That's life, and that's the life that we have to live. So just relax and be good as you are. Like you have to be sure as you are. Okay, be passionate. This is really important. And for me, it's really important to be passionate about things in life. So that's good. And few people, like I said, really, really few people are passionate about things. Okay, in general, not about only jobs, profession, family, about, I always say in general aspects.
Yes, profe,
So
cómo se dice docencia en inglés? Just
I mean, like a profession, like I have a bachelor degree and a bachelor, but I just can't say like a teaching, or just depends. For
teaching.
teaching,
Okay.
yes, teaching.
Yes, teaching.
But if you are
En
talking
español,
about
en
like a
español suena, docencia es una expresión que me parece mucho más profunda.
yes, yes, it is, it is better, yes. And the other one, I mean, if you're just talking about the degree, you just say a bachelor, okay? And this means that you are a teacher, okay? Bachelor. Mhm.
No, no. Uh, because I was near to say that these days I'm wondering about teaching, but pero yo quería usar docencia,
Yeah.
pero entonces no sé si hubiese, creo
Yes,
que en inglés solo sería teaching,
yes, teaching. Yes, yes. That will be. I will say that word is fine. Okay, the teaching. Okay, it's fine.
but I
Teaching,
think
like a
sounds
professor.
less meaningless.
It sounds meaningless. Yes, but it's teaching. Yes, I mean about teaching. That will be the correct way. But the English is so simple and it's so plain. I will say it. Like in Spanish, we have a lot of words. I mean, a lot of rich words. Like I would just can express one thing or one thing in different ways. So
Yes.
that's why English is sometimes is plain, because it is just one way to say one thing, and in Spanish it's just, I don't know. It's just a lot of words to say one word. I mean, Spanish, French, like all the romantic like languages, like Portuguese, French. Okay, we have a lot of words to express some stuff. But English, like German, just like those languages, they go to the point. They go straight to the point. Okay, Sergio. So do you have another question? Thank you so much for just attending class. And I don't know question.
No. No,
That was
teacher, thank
okay. So it was a good practicing, was a good speaking. Okay, so it was really nice class, really nice class. So hopefully I will see you next class. Okay, so remember next class we're going to see parts number 5 and 6. So that was final exam, and that's it. Okay, and the topic of the week. So thank you very much. Have a good evening, and I will see you next class. Okay, so goodbye. Thank you.
See you later. Thank you.
Okay, bye bye. See you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome.